is day 12 or 20 something. I have lost count. And I'm tired. But you push on another day to help those in need. I'm all set. Time to work out. Here we go. Walking into the building, day 21. Happy Tuesday. Today is August 11th. Today is day 35 away from my family. There are many times where I find myself getting frustrated on trying to juggle being a mom and being a wife and being a provider. Okay, thank you.
I wholeheartedly do feel that our family is on the front lines with her because we're supporting her in this endeavor. So FaceTime has really gotten us through this period of absence. I've made large decisions, big decisions, major decisions my entire life. Deciding to travel was nothing different. I always tell myself that I only know how strong I am when all I have to be is strong. So when that's my only option, I know what I have to do. It makes you emotional. Why? Because I have been through so much. The pandemic is only a very small portion. I grew up being raised by my grandmother, while my mom went to prison for 8 years. I was 2 weeks into my assignment. I started to feel sad.
Up next, danger facing the virus.
Oh, there we go.
Plus, a surprise at home.
It's the biggest sale of the season. It's Leon's Ultimate Super Sale. And it's
Could you lower that a
Get
little?
super sale prices on all furniture. Save up to 50% on mattresses. And save big on appliances. And Sunday. Visit leons.ca for details.
Romulus! Your city will be finished in just one day. Finished? My Colosseum! They'll never finish it today. Unfortunately, we ran out of Red Bull.
So that's why Rome was built in a day.
You love milk. We love milk. And with 50% less sugar and 50% more protein than regular milk, Fairlife is the great tasting Canadian milk that loves you back.
At JackpotCity.net, we know how to build you the best casino. So you can do amazing things with just one chip. Our table games are honed to perfection. We have over 500 online slot games, all designed for excitement, including world-renowned winners of Jackpot Slot Mega Moolah. Play for free at JackpotCity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. JackpotCity.net. Casino games perfectly made for you.
This caramelized onion baked cheese tortellini with a maple Dijon salad from Good Food. I'm so done with chasing my food everywhere. Now I just pick from dozens of ready-to-cook meals and get them delivered right to my cave. You want some dip to go with that? No. Good Food. Eating evolved. Visit makegoodfood.ca.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we know everyone has their favorite spot. It's the Boxing Week sale. Scratch and save up to 25% off, including discounts on clearance. Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery. Live life comfortably.
Excuse my appearance, but I am not feeling very well. I am most likely. I started to feel badly. So I have a fever now, 100.7. I'm definitely convinced that I have COVID because what else could it be? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I got it. I've been sick pneumonia before. I've had the flu plenty of times. I've had strep plenty of times. I've never felt that way before. Now I'm in line at the fairgrounds with a lot of other people waiting to get tested. So I'll let you guys know. But it's all looking good. I stayed in my hotel room for 14 days. And it was
very scary for me. Everyone in my family talks to me every day, but my mom specifically, she threatened to pack her bags and drive every day to me. And I told her every day I was okay, even when I wasn't, because in my head, if my mom showed up here, she would end up in the hospital, and she may not make it. And there's no way I'm letting her do that. I eventually got better. This is it. This is my last day working here in Texas for now. I've been here since July 7th. And it is now September 22nd, 2020. When I told my husband that, I was gonna come on home, he knew, but the family did not know that I was coming, and so that was exciting.
Here.
Hello. Hi. Hi, guys.
It was great to know that they remembered my face, even from our FaceTime. And so it was great.
So each time she comes home from an assignment, it is definitely like Christmas, and it's extra special.
Let me see you double flip. Oh, good job. I would recall phone calls with my 4-year-old, and he would ask, Mom, when are you gonna come home? And I said, as soon as I'm done. And he said, yeah, okay, no problem. As long as he had an opportunity to see my stethoscope, he was okay with it. He would always take it and listen to my heart when I was here.
Say good morning, Mommy.
And I had a chance to be there, and help encourage them to walk. So that was very special, and to be able to, see that firsthand.
Every time she returns home, I do find myself having a sigh of relief inside, knowing that she's safe.
Getting to spend that quality time with my family, I definitely make it fun. Taking it to the next city, the next state. That's what gives me hope, and what I look forward to.
I started to see some posts about Hawaii and Guam assignments. At the time, I had told myself, oh my gosh, I need that. It has thankfully been more time to heal. I'm still on a COVID crisis assignment. I'm still working with COVID patients, but it's been an incredible mental, emotional, and even physical healing opportunity for me.
That's it. This is New York. Entourage. Love you too. It's good to be back in New York, to continue what I started back in early April. Sun's out, it's beautiful out, it's time to get ready. Here at LaGuardia, we're able to and capture patients who have gotten off a flight, who need to travel and need a COVID test right away. The CDC says that you're to isolate for 10 days. It just goes full circle. Now I feel like, I have, if you will, wings on my shoulders, and I have, my tools in my hand. Oh, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Well, coming up, switching gears, the 2020 Juno nominees for Breakthrough Group of the Year. Windsor's own The Bluestones, on how much they're looking forward to real live concerts again.
You can get so sick and tired of playing from your basement after a while.
This program brought to you in part by Thrive Group and Mohawk College. Looking for a career in healthcare? Visit thrivegroup.ca or mohawkcollege.ca/healthcare.
Fear, anxiety, hate, attacks, brutal violence, deadly shootings against Asians rising. What's being done to stop it? Is it enough? The breaking new 2020 special.
2020, tonight at 9 on CHCH.
I'm gonna take it all the way when I hear the music play. 'Cause baby, I can't help myself. I'm here to do my thing. Who knows what tomorrow brings? I'm never gonna kiss and tell.
Even a small social gathering can spread the deadly COVID-19 virus to someone you love. Until we all get the vaccine, stay home, save lives. This March 27th is the Lotto 649 Super Draw. Somebody's going to win. It could be you.
Are you tired of being unable to pay your bills because of a crisis? If you want justice, we'll fight for the settlement you deserve or you don't pay. Call Presler Injury Lawyers today at 1-800-JUSTICE for a free consultation.
This is not your ordinary family SUV. It's the redesigned, redefined Nissan Rogue. Intelligent all-wheel drive with terrain selector for all kinds of adventures. For even more comfort, one of the quietest cabins in its class. And head-up display panels and focused. This is the redesigned, redefined Nissan Rogue. And now, a whole new way to safely shop Nissan from home. Discover Rogue and other models at nissanstudio.ca.
Hey, sleep.
Thank you so much for coming over to babysit.
Please, anything for our little nephew.
So, what's the big plan for tonight? Oh, we just need a change of scenery.
So we created our own little escape. We call it our renovacation. Renovacation? Wow, things have been so blah, you know? We needed this. Enjoy a change of scenery at home. You two will do great. Trust you completely. Let us surprise you.
Yes, this year, the Blue Stones.
It was just last year, in January 2020, when alternative blues rock band The Blue Stones landed their first Juno nomination for their debut album, Black Hole.
I spent 24 hours in your city and you couldn't even call me back. I guess you're the right girl with all the wrong answers. Stole my heart just to have a love ransom.
Then the world changed, and just like everyone else, a band looking to connect with a growing fan base had to adapt. And their main means to connect with fans for the moment, strictly digital, on their Instagram page and YouTube channel with lead vocalist Tarek Jafar seen here at home. But is it ideal?
That's tricky to do because you can get so sick and tired of playing from your basement after a while.
You really can, you know,
We'll take that as a no, but the inability to tour hasn't seemed to stop Winter Duo's level of creativity, with them releasing a live album last year called Live on Display, shot in Hamilton to give fans the live show treatment from the comfort of their own homes. Their sophomore album, Hidden Gems, hits streaming platforms now, exploring new sounds and messages of evolution, a reflection of what the group has undergone themselves. It's been a waiting game for the two childhood friends as the pandemic played out. The pair were forced to delay the release of the album for 6 months due to the setbacks of COVID-19.
The first album was written at a time where we didn't really know who we were, you know. Both as musicians and young adults, we were just trying to find ourselves, being like fresh out of university and career paths to choose. So we felt kind of lost, and the album was a reflection of that, right? You know, both in its sound and its lyrics. But in this one, several years later, we definitely mature as musicians and as people. We know who we are, we know what our good stuff is, we know what our bad is, and we're not really putting people on the side at that point. So the album really focuses on just shedding a light on you as an individual and being completely okay with people being able to see all the scars and nicks that you have.
With notable tracks like LA Afterlife, Grim, and Careless, the guys are expanding into new genres like hip-hop, R&B, and pop with Canadian influences. The Weeknd, Bad Bad Not Good, and Steve Granada, woven through the original alt-rock sound that's still alive as well in 10 fresh tracks.
Oh, it's scary, but it's worth it. It makes it.
It's been a challenging year for the music industry, with concerts and events brought to a screeching halt. According to
Canadian Independent Music Association, independent music in the country alone has seen a $233 million revenue drop since March 2020, with the live sector hit the hardest at a whopping 79% decrease compared to 2019. Music streaming giant Spotify was the first platform to help musicians monetize their music on another level with a tip jar on the app. Video gaming service Twitch followed closely behind with a myriad of interactive experiences, from incorporating album releases into popular video games to live virtual concerts. And now Facebook joining the music ranks, with Instagram recently announcing that the platform is working towards becoming a direct line of revenue for musicians, with new opportunities other than music integration play in their features.
I'm not opposed to any type of, tipping. I feel like if you want to support an artist and there's an easy way to do it, then yeah, of course, take advantage of that. In general, I think it's great because, you get to support an artist that you really want to keep seeing. And I always say that that's the best form of keeping me, like when you listen to an artist, they get a certain amount of revenue from it. It's very, very small, but they do get it. But the best way to support an artist is to watch them go to a show, which you can do right now, or just support them if they're doing a live performance from their home, and not only is it your way of experiencing their music for yourself, but just to keeping them going so they can keep doing music, and I kind of wish I knew that about some of the bands that I had liked earlier on, when these options weren't even available, to support them from a distance, because I definitely would, versus
on 7.2.
In Rhonda's case, prosecutors believe Evans was walking through the store parking lot when he saw Rhonda Ward drive out to the convenience store to open it for the day. According to the surveillance video, he grabbed her keys, they threatened her with violence, and told her to get in the car. Evans forced her to drive to a deserted location nearby. And that's when the witness saw the two walking towards the orchard. And just as in Damaris's case, Evans sexually assaulted Rhonda, killed her, and took all of her clothes. Later, Evans was unable to start the car because the manufacturer had disabled the starter. So Evans set the car on fire, but not before taking one last item, the car radio, which led to his capture.
Ma'am, it's not as it seems. It's not as. You're entitled to know the impact that Ronald Ward's death has had on the family and friends. You are entitled to know the character of Frederick Antonio Evans, and you got it. 20 years, taking what he wants, when he wants.
Evans did not testify in his own defense.
I used to have this little quote, it's called defendants who don't testify at trial, answer as inmates.
The experience is one that I would not wish upon anyone. It is very time consuming, it's very emotional, it's very heartbreaking.
Evans was convicted on all counts and was sentenced to death.
He had left it like he had a pattern. It's just a pattern that took a while for this to end.
The only way in this day and age to get a death sentence is to have very strong forensics. And frankly, the only way to get a conviction in the guilt phase is to have strong forensics. Much more than eyewitness testimony or any of the other old standbys. It's all about science.
The evidence suggests foul play.
All we knew is that there was a woman who was in distress in this truck.
But was this an accident or murder?
His story was inconsistent with reality.
The Bullpen Bar in the
Northern California town of Guerneville was becoming a hangout for 32-year-old Michelle Johnson. The one-time aspiring model had fallen on tough times. After the breakup of her 10-year marriage, Michelle and her 2 young children were forced to live with their parents. And that wasn't working out.
There was some strain between Michelle and her mom and the stepfather, Paul. They didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things.
So Michelle moved out and got her own apartment. To celebrate, Michelle went to the Bullpen Bar where she was supposed to meet her friends. Michelle stayed for about 25 minutes, talked briefly to some bar patrons, and had 3 drinks.
We could see that she seemed to be acting appropriately. She seemed to be having a good time.
Then she left by herself at 1254 Road. They found Michelle's jacket, some jewelry, a blood stain, and a tooth.
There was a watch found that had been broken and had stopped at like 1:24 in the morning, which matched up with the witness statements that they saw this lady screaming in the back of the truck sometime shortly after 1 o'clock.
We're hoping for the best, but I mean, when you hear something like that, then you can't help but think the worst.
Her friends now wondered whether it might have been Michelle in the back of that truck.
Straddling the tailgate, flailing her arms, like screaming. And at the time, we just thought it was a crazy drunk person, partying, doing something they probably shouldn't be doing because it was dangerous.
She was trying to get out of the truck to the point that she was going to jump out of the back of the truck while it was moving.
Unfortunately, Michelle's friends couldn't remember anything about the truck except that it was red.
At least we had a type of vehicle and a color, but again, there are a lot of red trucks out there, so it was a lot of different rabbit trails and follow up on it.
Police canvassed area hospitals. No one matching Michelle's description had been admitted. Law enforcement volunteers scenario. Tests showed the blood on the highway was the same blood type as Michelle's, but DNA testing would take several weeks.
There was a pool of blood, and leading away from that pool of blood were drag marks in blood, which indicates that whoever was bleeding was drug away.
We've got an opinion that if she didn't get immediate medical attention based on what we saw at the crime scene, that she was probably going to die.
Now, it was a race against time, and police soon found a likely suspect very close to home.
The good things, and it's working. Like, that never happens for me. Same. I was that will tackle the specific issues.
In virtual address, Daniel urges elected officials to enact stricter hate crime laws.
We know the hurdles we face. The question for us here is what can we do?
On The Daily Show this week, Trevor Noah expresses his frustration with the suspect in the Atlanta murders.
Seeing the shooter say, oh, it wasn't racism, it was sex addiction. First of all, you, man. You killed 6 Asian people. In a way, what makes it even more painful is that we see these things happening.
Just last week, Kim's convenience star Simu Liu wrote a guest column for Variety about anti-Asian racism. And prior to this week's attack, Glee alum Harry Shum Jr.
We move ahead and to stop these violences. I think right now it's just helping folks in the local communities that are suffering through this and bringing some sort of safety and comfort.
On Twitter, Rihanna says the Atlanta massacre was brutal, tragic, and is certainly not an isolated incident by any means, adding, I'm heartbroken for the Asian community and my heart is with the loved ones of those we lost. The hate must stop. And in an Instagram story, Aquafina writes, we need to remember the lives stolen and what their families are going through. Remember them. Ty Mom, who co-starred with Aquafina in The Farewell, tells us the rise in anti-Asian hate crime has taken a personal toll.
Hello?
Yeah.
I want to know what I don't really know what we need to know.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect. Time to
to chat with them. How amazing that you've got such a civil, amazing bond and friendship that you can continue that on. But if you're their new partner, hearing that.
Yeah.
There's some nice home interior mirrors, $35, $40. Oh, easy. Room divider, $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're finding some decent stuff in this unit, but no big ticket. We're gonna have to nickel and dime our way just to break even. I got something right here. That is the awesome number one seller right there. Oh, yeah. Let's look right there. I was actually not there. Yeah.
Really?
Serious.
And it's said to be one of the most expensive movies Netflix has ever made.
I've always told you guys, fists don't accomplish anything. You can get Vinny McGurn back at his own game.
What are you talking about?
You're kidding.
Challenge him to another race.
Is it because they're too heavy? Those
Guess that
things?
new
Or what?
sled, the boat goes downhill racer.
But you got the tool here. I think we can turn this old jalopy into a speed demon. It's light,
Yeah,
it's got a classic design. You put a spoiler in front of it for airflow. I'll take the birds off these runners, sand this thing
Yeah,
out,
you
bend
told
the
me it
edge,
was fine.
put a shine in there. This will be smoother than butter on a baby's butt.
God.
I hate those guys.
Let it go, will you? Just let it go.
Hey, Mark, go and get your shoes on and take me for a haircut.
Mom, I don't need a haircut.
Well, please, I can turn you upside down and mop the floor with you. Besides, the barber is right next to Brad saxophone teacher. I can get you a trim while he's having his lesson.
You just want to get out of here and Brad play.
I never said that, and if it gets around, I never said that. Brad, where's your saxophone? You have a lesson in 20 minutes.
Mom, why do I have to keep taking these stupid lessons?
Brad, sit down.
Is this going to be another one of those when I was a little girl stories?
How much?
No, you just listen.
600? Wow. That's cheap. Holy smokes.
When I was a little person about your age,
So what's she doing there?
I had to take flute lessons for 5 years, and it wasn't always fun, but I was really glad that I stuck to it.
Why? It's not like you ever play the flute now.
Well, that's
Is she
true,
working?
but I take great joy in
Oh.
knowing that I could if I wanted to. Besides, if you get really good at it, we could have mother-son jam sessions.
There's a dream come true.
Really? How come?
Swear, his head wasn't attached.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I'm channeling my mother again. I'm coming!
Hey, Red, did you test out the sled? Yeah. Was Dad's spoiler cool? Yeah, I was going so fast I think I missed my next birthday.
What, you're talking to me?
That's fast. What happened to your wrist?
Hi, boo.
Oh, when I hit Dead Man's
Hi,
curve,
boo-boo.
my sled went one way and my wrist went another, right
Robert?
into a tree. Was the
Oh.
sled okay? Yes, thanks for caring. Here comes
What
Mom.
are you eating?
Don't tell her about my wrist. She'll love me.
Okay, come on, Brad. Randy. Listen, your
Yeah.
dad's just pulling up now. We'll see you when we get back before dinner.
Okay.
Hi.
Bye.
Why we lead fast-paced lives?
It's gonna get dark soon.
What's the matter?
I had to go
Yeah.
running with the tree.
Who started it?
Well, it's supposed to be 16 here.
You read
And
it?
sunny. It's gonna be a nice week.
All right, can you do this?
Yeah? Can you do this?
Tomorrow?
All right, smart.
Yeah, that's...
Careful, careful.
And I phoned them, right, twice. Something like that happened.
That's what I usually tell Al.
Twice. I said, order the pizza, this way it's ready by
the time we get there.
How did he get you to go?
So I ordered.
I'm usually passed out.
Twice they hung it up. Then finally I thought that's it. I'll just go to the place. And then they phoned me back and
Is this
confirmed
the
the order.
emergency room that you come to all the time?
And then we get there, and I still had to wait 20 minutes till it was done. Yeah, especially from there. Pizza.
Mr. Taylor, and you
I
walked
don't,
in
but
under
that's what
your
Frank
own
wanted.
power. Always a good sign.
Well, actually,
You know I keep
What
your
I should have
file
done was
handy.
order from there and picked up the Little Caesars for us.
It's gonna be great. But before we talk about the outfits,
Yeah, oh, was that last year?
No, outfits to hut.
Is now a good time
Yeah.
for a flare up?
Enough, crumbs.
Yeah.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stellara can provide relief and is the only approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine in UC.
You getting on that flight? Back off, you see.
Stelara may increase your risk of infection, some serious, and cancer. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, new skin growth, have had cancer, or if you need a vaccine.
You haven't heard?
ARDS, a rare potentially fatal brain condition,
Yeah.
may cause some serious allergic reactions and lung inflammation can occur.
Lasting remission can start with Stellara. If you've been financially impacted by COVID-19, Janssen may be able to help.
Eileen had a
Oh yeah.
Later,
Oh
he
yeah.
called friends to express his concerns.
He started making a few phone calls to his girlfriend and two other friends at that point. And mentioned at one of the conversations, you know, hey, they took a swab out of the back of my truck. So that really is what I think kind of spun him out at that point.
This was hardly enough, even for a search warrant. But then police got a call from a woman who refused to identify herself.
She was very distraught. She told me that she knew that Luke, the person that she knew as Luke Hafler, was involved.
Yeah.
She just had a feeling this person was involved in the crime.
The woman wouldn't say how she knew this man or why she suspected he was involved in Michelle Johnson's murder.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the breaking point of the case. Is we knew that Luke was involved.
Oh yeah.
Police, with nothing to lose, told Hassler about the call. And now, he changed his story.
Doesn't he just work
He
in
indicated
cheap?
that he was intoxicated. He said, quote, hammered.
Hassler said
Oh.
that as he was driving home, he looked up and saw someone standing on the highway.
Luke's story was that he had accidentally hit her in his truck, that she was in the middle of the road when he came around the corner or something.
Hassler said he put Michelle in the back of his truck to take her to the hospital.
Yeah.
But Michelle regained consciousness and fled when he stopped at a traffic light.
Luke said that she then jumped out the back of the truck, and that was the last he did.
This story was consistent with the eyewitness accounts. They claimed they saw someone who looked like Michelle in the back of his truck, but later she was gone.
Luke's story could have made sense. I hit someone in a car and there's blood. That's pretty normal.
But investigators needed more evidence if they were going to bring Luke Hassler to justice.
Let's settle in that big
Guy B.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me explain to you how a woman's
I'm
mind
watching.
works.
Frank's
Guy A
watching
and
Home
Guy B
Improvement.
are both idiots and Randy is not racing.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
He's always
Sugar plum, honey bun. There's nothing wrong with two kids have a nice race down Dead Man's Curve.
Down what?
Yeah.
Fred Man's Curve.
Yeah. Yeah. How's she what?
It's gonna
She's
take your
coming
mom
home
about
one
2
night
weeks
this
to
week,
find
I
out
think.
the very
Weekend.
might have a shot at it.
Told me she was coming. I don't know whether it's tomorrow night
You were great this morning playing Bob Bob Black
or
Sheep.
what.
That was Mary Had.
But today, I stopped at and buying Easter eggs. You know, those mini eggs.
Wilson, what are you doing
And
up
here's her,
there?
should I have them? Because she's got the bigger bag, right? And I said, well, here's the smaller bag. I said, well, I feel like the bigger bag.
How's your day?
He said, well, yeah, I'll get the small bag.
trying to explain to Jill the meaning.
But then when we were at checkout, she changed her mind. She said, I'll go get the goodies, the good fats bars or something.
No, I mean when one man challenged another man.
Yeah, so she got
You
those.
can't back down from that. So
And
Alice
then,
being a Streckers at work again?
She had two, I guess, in the car. She gave me one.
Oh, yes, indeed. He's the reason.
She gave me one, and I didn't want it really, but I had it. It was peppermint, and I don't like peppermint.
Jill didn't want him to do it.
And but I ate it because she had two already.
Jill's reaction was quite natural. It's common
Then,
for species to protect her young.
Come home and she had some pizza.
So you are
Because it smelled so good in the car, you had to laugh. She's getting infuriated. She kept on talking because she feels like her nerves are, shot.
challenges the male's domain.
So we're in the car and I go, I got the pizza and I went to put it in the back seat. Because you don't put it there, my stuff's there.
Unfortunately, the males
So what can
of
I,
the
no,
species
don't
are
move it.
so obsessed
So that's
with
fine.
running
Here's, you
back
put
and
it in,
forth
you
and
want to put it in the
they
trunk.
barely ever eat, so that when
I said,
winter
yeah,
time
okay.
comes, they have no body fat.
So she opens the trunk, I guess she has a button to open it, right? So I put it in the trunk, and I get in the car. And I said, you can close the door now for the trunk, right? He said, you have to shut it. I guess it doesn't have a button for to close it.
Fine, Mom. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. Anyway, she got out, slammed the door, and went and shut it. I didn't know it was a remote control. Ours is remote control, right?
Mom, I'm fixing my sleigh.
I don't see why you have to race Vinnie McGraw at all.
Sorry, Spike.
Yeah.
Should be afraid.
Oh.
No kidding. At the father-son picnic, he's the only kid that was mistaken for his father.
You see, that's funny. Humor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stupid to understand my jokes.
In your life, you're going to run up against a million Vinnie McGurns. You planning on racing
Yeah.
all of them?
I don't know. All I know is that I have to race this one. I have to fight back.
But it's not a fair fight.
I'm never gonna have a fair fight. I'm the
Well.
smartest kid in my class. And don't tell me that my height doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. It's what's inside that counts. Don't sell yourself short. Sorry.
Look, in case you haven't noticed, even my little brother is the same size as me.
Oh my God.
Randy. Everybody grows at their own rate. Mark just got to grow third.
You can shut the
You can have one
trunk
of
now.
Not by this weekend now.
Eh?
No, probably not.
No, she was fine when she got back in her car.
I'm going to say something
Yeah.
that I would never say to any of my kids. Kick some butt.
Yeah.
Jill, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing under my mask.
Randy's situation is a lot like the psychic
Because I left the trunk open.
Getting out all summer long and finally act like buttheads to the Russians.
I was with you right at the gym. We have to talk.
What I'm saying is, I don't think Randy has to prove anything to be hurt. I don't think there's any reason we're in the race.
Oh, I think. Unfortunately, Randy feels like he has to prove something to himself, and we have to let him do this.
You can
Now, I
shut
was
the
wondering,
door now.
is there some way that you can make the spoiler bigger and double the edges more?
Are you my
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she is a delegator. Yeah.
Makes it go faster. Is that
She
true?
is a delegator.
Have you ever noticed that
Yeah.
we agree on everything, but never at the same time?
Well, I have to
Oh
admit
my
that this time you
God.
were right, Tim.
they don't listen. They don't do
You
anything.
would be.
I mean, oh, and I know. And she was there. How stupid is the baker goes in for 4. Doesn't he check the tables and see what they're out of first to get that done?
Isn't right.
No.
They're generally referred to as.
Oh my God.
Really open-minded and big enough to listen to other people's opinions.
I'm looking for something that rhymes with song.
Right. So long.
Yeah. Yeah. Crack in the foundation somewhere.
Nice job, Dad.
Hidden Valley Ranch season it. You either love it or you really love it.
Online privacy is not
Yeah,
about
don't go
hiding.
outside.
It's about protecting. Your data is valuable.
2 miles down the road, Hassler stopped the truck and got out. Michelle jumped out of the truck bed and, preparing for a fight, tore off her jacket. But she was no match for Hassler. He hit her in the mouth, knocked her tooth out, and she lost consciousness.
Yeah, you should let him help you.
He bundled her into the front seat, where she bled over
Oh,
the
your place
seatbelt,
is
the
clean.
floorboards, and the jumper cables.
Yeah.
Hassler then made a U-turn and headed to his house. On his way there, Michelle's friend saw Hassler's truck again, but this time, Michelle was in the cab of the truck and he didn't see her. In an attempt to conceal her identity, Hassler stripped off her clothes, cut off her hair, and then threw her into the river, where she drowned. The next day, Hassler washed the truck both inside and out, but still left some crucial evidence behind.
We just don't know what would have happened had they not crossed paths. You know, I wish that she would have stayed in the bar. I wish that her friend would come to get her.
Re-seeing that image in my head of her going down the
But
street.
if I look across the street, I could see it.
That was when she was alive.
There's
She should have done something.
a dirt pile there.
But we didn't know.
At his trial, Hassler again changed his story. He said he was so drunk he might have put Michelle inside his truck. He also explained why he cut her
Right,
hair.
you could put on 13.
Mr. Hassler said in his trial that the reason he cut off Michelle's hair was
Shark
because he
Tanks on.
vomited in it and he didn't want his DNA to be detected.
Right.
Yeah, right, Mom.
There you go.
Yeah, but he's watching
Hey,
those movies.
did you see how mad Vinny's father got when Dad was doing that big tree dance? I can't believe he challenged him to the
I'd
race.
rather watch it.
I can't believe your father
Yeah, I
accepted
know.
the challenge.
Oh, it's just a sprain.
Yeah. I told him, you fix the house, I'll go stay with Frank.
Also known as the SS cholesterol. Dive, dive, dive.
Any invader who tries to challenge the male's domain is met with a fight.
I do it.
Manufacturing plants by 20.
Why be a millionaire? Jimmy, who doesn't? Yeah, anyone can play, and anyone can win. Get into an all